Hey there, creepy peeps, and welcome to another stale movie review. Today we are going to be talking about Cat's Eye. Really quick though, before I get into anything else, I want to say thank you to my creepy patron peeps for your support of my channel. Thank you so much. If you want to find out the perks to being a creepy patron peep, you can follow that link in the description. Speaking of creepy patron peeps, Cat's Eye was requested per one of his perks by Azul. So thank you so much for your request, Azul, and let's get into this. Directed by Lewis Teague, Cat's Eye is an anthology consisting of 3 tales written by Stephen King. First, we see Dick Morrison trying to quit smoking by any means necessary. Then Johnny Norris, who is dared to perform a dangerous task by the husband of his lover. Finally, a little girl, Amanda, gets a new pet cat who keeps a monster at bay when it sneaks into Amanda's room at night. Fun fact about this movie, kind of an explanation for my dislikes, which I'll get into a little bit later, but apparently there was a prologue in the film that explained the cat's motivations because we are following the cat through these 3 stories. It's kind of what the stories are centered around a little bit. So the prologue was meant to explain all that, but the studio cut it as they considered it too silly. But as a result, many viewers, including myself, were confused as to what the cat really had to do with anything. But more on that in a bit. First, let's get into what I liked about the movie. An anthology, and it's a Stephen King one at that, so obviously I loved it. I loved all the shorts. I thought they were effective for the length that they had. They were all fun and kind of playful a little bit, but had like awesome and sinister twists at the end. So with the first segment, I thought the premise was really cool. It was written so well that I couldn't see the twist coming, and it's like right at the beginning when Dick is waiting in the waiting room for like little like
Quitters Incorporated
addict thing,
Quitters Incorporated
consultation.
Quitters Incorporated.
You see like the other guy in the waiting room crying, and then his wife comes out looking like crazed and upset. So, you know, he starts dragging her out of the waiting room, and then he like turns to Dick and is like saying like, you know, sheepishly like that he has been smoking for like 16 years and it's hard to quit. And you're kind of just like, what? It was like, right then I was sold. I was like, okay, now I gotta know what's going on. Like, this is crazy. Delightfully absurd at some points, like the party scene where again like everybody is smoking at the party and Dick is like trying to keep it together. I'll spoil a little bit here for this segment. Basically he signs up for this like he signs up for this I don't know what you'd call it, like
It's Quitters Incorporated.
What they do to get you to quit smoking is threaten to torture your family. So they threaten to torture his wife after the first offense. They threatened to torture his daughter if he, you know, if as a second offense, and then like the third one is like, we'll send somebody to rape your wife, and it's like insane. So obviously not wanting any of that to happen, Dick, you know, doesn't have anything to smoke, but then, you know, he has all these temptations coming at him like this party. So to kind of visualize him really wanting to smoke and he's surrounded by it, like it gets more and more ridiculous. Like his friend like pulls out this giant pack of cigarettes. It's like the size of his body. People have like cigarettes coming out of their ears and nose, and it's like delightfully absurd. And then like the head guy of the program or whatever, he sees like coming down the stairs and he's lip syncing to Every Breath You Take by the Police. Speaking of the song, I liked how, I don't know if it was in the second segment at all, but it's in the first and the third. But the lyrics accurately kind of like describe each segment. So in the first one, every move you make, I'll be watching you. That really fits the first one. The second one, every step you take. And the third one, every breath you take. Lyrics all fit the the segments, and I really liked that. The second segment had me squirming in my seat the entire time. I hate heights. Every time I see stuff like this in movies and in video games, like when your character is like up somewhere really high, like the Spider-Man game, that old Spider-Man game, I hated that. Even those like crazy ass like Instagram photos and videos where people like go up really high places, I hate. And like, I can't be the only one. Like when you see stuff like that, like you get like so nervous for that person or whatever. Like I get that feeling of like falling in my stomach just from like looking at it, and I hate it. Roller coasters and like thrill rides, fine with, but like being at the top of the Empire State Building, I hate. Well, I guess you could say this second segment had me bugging. It was effective. Then the third segment, like the little gnome creature that is stealing Drew Barrymore's breath every night, was really, like, it looked really good for 1985. Like, it looked dope. And the ending was so sweet out of the three. Like, I feel like it was like the cutest ending, which was surprising given it was Stephen King, you know. So like I teased earlier, the only thing I didn't understand was like the cat thing. And what I really didn't understand is each segment starts off with like the cat seeing Drew Barrymore, like it's almost like a ghost or something, and she's telling him like, you have to return and you have to stop it or something like that.
Help me, it's after me.
And I don't know, I couldn't tell, like, because she was in all of the segments. Was she in the second one? I don't know if she was in the second one. She was in the first one though. So like her hair and outfits kept changing, so I don't know. Oh yeah, she was in a commercial in the second one, I think. Anyways, her look kept changing, so I couldn't tell if like, I don't know if like the ghost thing was supposed to be like her in the third segment. I don't know, it was confusing, and I just like, I don't know, because I've never seen this prologue that apparently was supposed to be in the movie. But I can only imagine that it helped explain like why the cat was like seeing Drew Barrymore everywhere and Drew Barrymore was talking to the cat. Other than that though, was the movie worth it? Yes. I would definitely not say it was the film's fault for having the prologue cut. That was somebody's dumbass decision, so I'm not gonna fault the movie for that too much. So I definitely recommend it, especially if you like Stephen King. You can definitely tell he wrote the screenplay, like it's got his style all up in it. Plus there are tons of Easter eggs to his other works in the movie, so if you're a big fan, you'll notice a lot of little stuff in the background, which is always cool. I'm gonna give this a 4.5 out of 5. On IMDb, it has a 6.3 out of 10. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 67% critic score and a 49% audience score, and on the Letterboxd, it has a 3.1 out of 5. Obviously, I watched this movie on Amazon, so I'll leave a link in the description so you can rent it on Amazon and watch it for yourself if you like. That is an affiliate link. There's no pressure to use it, but if you do, it does help out the channel. If you've already seen Cat's Eye, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about it. Of course, I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here and become a Creepy Peep today. I post videos Monday through Friday, and you can ring that notification bell down there to be notified every time I post a video, even though it doesn't always work. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay strange. Bye!